this Advent season, we are celebrating the birth of Jesus. Think of it like a giant party that is happening in our homes, in our churches, in our communities, but most importantly, in our hearts. We are going to keep celebrating even after Christmas Day has come and gone because we can celebrate Jesus' birth every day of the year. Has your family ever had a Christmas party at your house? If so, you know that there are so many things you have to do to get ready. You have to figure out where you're going to have the party, set the date, make a guest list, buy food, decorations. Whoa, so many things. But another really important thing you have to do is clean. You can't even start decorating until you've cleaned your house. I don't know about you, but that is my least favorite part of getting ready for a party. For the last 6 years, I have helped host a Christmas party with some of my friends from college. And for 4 of those years, we had it right here at my house, which means I had to do a lot of cleaning and a lot of decorating and a lot of setting up. Getting ready for a party is fun, but it's also really tiring. It doesn't just happen. I have to actually prepare for a party. Last Sunday, we took a look at a story about the angel Gabriel appearing to Mary. Gabriel told Mary that she was going to have a son and she would name him Jesus. I'm sure there were a lot of different things that Mary wanted to do before Jesus was born. This isn't a story about cleaning up a house for a party, but it is a story about having to get prepared, about preparing for Jesus' coming. Mary knew that her life was about to change forever. She knew that this baby Jesus, that he would change the world forever. But Mary wasn't the only person who was about to have a major life change. Mary was engaged to a man named Joseph, and he was afraid and really didn't know what to do. In Matthew chapter 1, an angel appears to Joseph to tell him the good news about Jesus. One day, while Joseph was fast asleep, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. I have never had an angel appear to me in a dream, but maybe one day. But this angel shows up, and the angel says, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to marry Mary." Mary. Don't be afraid to marry Mary. She will give birth to a son, and you are to name him Jesus, because he will save the people from their sins. When Joseph woke up, he did exactly what the Lord had commanded him and took Mary home to be his wife. Last week, we learned that Jesus' coming is a story of hope. For years and years, the people had waited for their Messiah, for their Savior, and now it was time. Today, we are all reminded that Mary and Joseph had to prepare their hearts, their homes, and their lives for Jesus. And I'm sure they were afraid. We know that they were afraid. How could they not have been afraid? But the angel didn't bring a message of fear. The angel brought them a message of peace. The first words that the angel said to both Mary in our story last week and Joseph this week were the words, "Do not be afraid." I think they were both afraid, probably for different reasons, but the angel wanted them to know that he was bringing them a message of peace. This year has been filled with so many changes for all of us. Some of us have moved to new homes, some of us have changed schools, and even if you are at the same school, it probably looks a lot different than it did a year ago. Church has changed, shopping has changed, some of your families have changed. In fact, some of you have become big brothers and sisters. You are a year older, a year taller, a year smarter. You have changed. I have changed. This has been a year filled with change, some good changes and some bad ones. Mary and Joseph had a year of change too. In just a few months, their entire worlds changed. Jesus was born to fulfill promises. Jesus came to fix our relationship with God. Jesus came to bring God to earth. Jesus was born because he loves you and he loves me. Jesus came to bring us peace. Peace in the midst of change. No matter what changes are happening in our lives right now, no matter what is going on, I want you to remember the words that the angel spoke to Mary and Joseph. Do not be afraid. We don't have to live in fear when we remember that Jesus is right here with us. This Advent, as we get ready to celebrate Jesus' birth on Christmas Day, prepare. Decorate the tree, hang the lights, bake Christmas cookies. But more importantly, remember the reason we celebrate. It's not for presents or cookies or trees. It's not Santa or reindeer. It's not even Christmas movies or pretty Christmas lights. Christmas is all about the birth of Jesus. In my house, I have a nativity. Well, I have a couple of them. This is one of my favorites. I got it a few years ago. And I have these nativities placed around the house. This one has Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus and a couple of the animals. But I place them around my house so that throughout the Advent season, I'm constantly reminded of the reason that we celebrate. In the midst of all of the other decorations, in the midst of all of the other things happening in the Christmas season, I never want to forget the reason we celebrate. I want Jesus to be at the center of every celebration. Every year, but honestly, especially in 2020, a year filled with so much change, sadness, frustration, and fear, I want the Nativity to always remind me of the angel's words, do not be afraid. I want to be reminded over and over and over again that Jesus came to bring peace in the midst of change. This Advent season, your family is invited to have a party in your own home. And like any good party, you have to prepare just a few things. This isn't any ordinary party. It's a birthday party for Jesus. There are Happy Birthday Jesus bags available for pickup at the church that include all the different things you might need. But if you don't live here or you want to do your own thing, you can grab a cake mix or make your own family cake recipe, bake a cake, and celebrate together as a family. Get your candles, your party horns, or whatever you have, and just celebrate together Jesus' birth. Celebrate Christmas. Let's make this a year filled with hope, a year filled with peace. Let's prepare to celebrate Jesus like we have never celebrated before.